thank you for joining us. I'm Juan, lead trader and founder of ProsperiTrade. In this quick, short video, I just want to discuss our 2 alerts that I talked about this morning. I sent an alert on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Hope you follow me on any of those to get into your positions. And this is just kind of like a follow-up video on why I picked those stocks. So if you remember, I started a 5K challenge. These are the first alerts. So far, all the alerts that I've given here from ProsperiTrade have been extremely successful. The most recent AMD, which we talked about at $70, talked about getting a leap option, and it's currently at 80, so it's up more than 10%. SMTI, we spoke about it in the 20s, 22, I believe, and it's about to break 30, or it's about to hit 30. BLRX was a big home run. We talked about it 3 weeks after we spoke about it. It was up 70%. And NEO was the other swing trade alert, which I spoke about in the 50s, gave a target for of 60, and it hit 62. So these are our most current swing alerts. And that's why I started just a 5K challenge just for swing alerts. It's not for the investings, for the long-term stuff, the due diligence stuff, the stuff that we are not going to see if we were successful until a couple years down the road or a year down the road. So the first stock alert, first one I gave was SRNE, and I do have a position in it. And this is a catalyst play, meaning I'm waiting for this phase 3 top line data to be announced sometime in the second quarter. We are already in the second quarter, and we're in the last month of the second quarter, June. So it's going to be anytime this month. So I felt now was a good time to position yourself. And they're making this medication. It's for lumbosacral pain. It's non-opioid, so that's one thing I like. I mean, opioid addiction is a big problem in the United States, so anything that's going to help with pain, with back pain, and it's going to be non-opioid, that's something positive. I look back at all their previous phase 1, 2s, and 3s, and a lot of things they've gotten approved. So they have a good history of being approved. They have a high price target of 35 from some analysts, and I think this company's in the up and up. I looked at their financials, and every year they're gaining capital. They're gaining revenue every year. So last 3 years here, for example, 21 to 31 million to 39 million to 46 million. They've been gaining revenue every year, year over year. They have to somehow overcome their major operating expense, like 231, 271. And when I looked at what's taking the bulk of this, it's one of the founders' salary. His salary was like at 162. So I guess that's a positive incentive to keep the company successful. So, but this is a swing trade. That's not something that I would dig super deep in. We're just looking for momentum, movement. So another thing, when you're talking about swing trades, you do have to pay attention to technical analysis, not just fundamental. So one of the patterns I've noticed here with this company, when the RSI is average or a little bit below average and the MACD crosses, it starts to reverse. So here, the MACD cross, RSI is low, and you see here it bounced off of this, went up to support, to resistance. MACD crossed, RSI is high, and it did the opposite. MACD cross, RSI is low, started the uptrend. Downtrend started once the MACD crosses. So, this is some technical analysis to be aware of. Obviously, if you truly believe in this company and you're investing in it long term, you don't really care about technical analysis. But so to me, this is a support. 612 is a good support area. Right now, I feel like they're starting to cross. I feel like the momentum is starting to change back to the positive, and I feel like it's going to start an uptrend soon. So if it does dip, I don't like that the RSI is a little bit high here right now. So just watch for that. I'm already in position, and I did send the alert. But I think that the uptrend should start soon. And once the catalyst comes out, my target is about $12.30. And I'm not taking a major position. I think it's 200 to 300 shares. You got to calculate whatever your 5,000 is. And the other position is there. So that one we're going about 1,000 shares. So you do whatever you feel comfortable with as far as size. If it does drop, I may increase position. But as of now, I don't want to take no major losses. You don't want to take no major losses when you only have 5K to start. You just want to gains, and get yourself a little buffer. Okay? So that's it. You know, I'm already in position. You have to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok to get up to the minute, up to speed alerts. And the next ticker is there. So I recently read an article on this in Alpha, and they called it really, I think they called it a failed IPO. So if you see here, this is the yearly view. Each of these represents years. So when they first started, they were trading as high as 80, went as high as 107, and you know now they were trading under $1 at one point. So here the same thing. Here it had this big spike because they had positive phase 3 data on the drug that we're waiting to get some news right now. So it's been on a downtrend ever since. I feel like it's starting to reverse now when I look at the technical analysis. But that's not the only reason I'm investing in it, not just because of the technical analysis, but also because of the upcoming catalyst coming up. So their market cap to debt is good. Their numbers are average. You know, they're not the best, but you know, we just want this catalyst here. So they had this spike in December when this news, when they met their phase 3 endpoints. So now we're just looking for the NDA plan for the second quarter. So I think this news, when it comes out this quarter, this month, you know, they're going to get a little spike. And I have a price target for that is about 249. So that's the price target for that stock, 249. The other one we already mentioned was around 12 something, 1230, I believe. So those are my price targets. Support on this is about 120. If it drops below that and it gets to about 1, I'm probably going to add in my position, but I'm already in, I think this one I'm in 500 shares, and I want to see if it's going to drop a little bit more if I can add, but I will add another 500 pretty soon, and if I'm going to add a little bit more, I'll definitely send an alert. And these are the 2 stock picks I picked for us so far. I had a third one, but when I looked at their previous history of FDA approvals, they were all pretty negative. They had a kind of like a history of failed phase 1, failed phase 2. So we'll see here. This company is, like I said, it does have a bad history, but they feel really optimistic about this phase 3 trial and the news that's going to come with it. So just look for that. Once you're in these positions, just remember that news comes out pre-market and it comes out every half hour. So if there's news at 6:30 or 5, the news is going to come out at 5:30, 6 in the morning, then 6:30, then 7, then 7:30, 8:30 until the market opens. And that's usually when they announce news about these companies that we're looking for. So just make sure that when you wake up in the morning, you open up your whatever account you have and look to see if it starts spiking, or if you have a news scanner. I have a news scanner, you know, just make sure you follow whatever news comes out for that stock. And if it's positive, you have to sell during the spike. So if positive news comes out, there's going to be a spike, and your job is to sell during the spike. We're buying it now and we're selling it during the spike, because you see here, spike, spike, crash, spike, crash, spike, crash, spike, crash. So spike, look for those price targets, and then sell. Okay? Well, thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for a few more videos coming up, and hit the subscribe, the like, and comment, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.